Hey guys, Drakester here. What are we having for dinner tonight, babe? Oh, looks like we're having some asparagus, some potatoes, some bread, and last but not least, we're having some pork loin.
Don't forget.
And don't forget the butter. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I made it back. So the first thing we're gonna do is make the sauce for the pork loin. This is a sauce my dad has made since I was a kid. So let me show you how to do it. Come on in. So first, I'm gonna take a stick of butter. You wanna take some W sauce. Now, it depends on how thick or how thin you want the sauce, but I just add it, and I'll always add more as the sauce goes. I'll cover the bottom of the pan, probably a quarter cup or so. Then I'm gonna take a cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to take 2 large tablespoons of orange marmalade. I had to go get a spoon. So 2 large tablespoons of orange marmalade. This is Smucker's, but you can use whatever kind you like. I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to turn the fire on medium. I'm going to let that cook down till it gets like a syrupy consistency. And then we will put that on our meat when we're grilling it. Okay. We have the sauce going. Now we're gonna get the potatoes ready. We're gonna roast these potatoes. These are small potatoes. We have some reds, we have some purple ones, and we have some Yukon Golds. I just like to go through and cut any rough spots out of them before I quarter them up. Okay, now we just quarter them. And we're gonna put them in a bowl with some olive oil, some salt and pepper. And we're going to roast them off in the oven at 400 until they're almost crispy, and put some Parmesan cheese on them right before we take them out of the oven, so it'll get good and melted on there. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we've got all the potatoes cut up, so what I like to do is put them in a container. These things are real pretty with all the different colors. All right. We can use the same container for the asparagus too. So we're going to throw some olive oil in there. Okay. And we're going to just add a little salt to this. You can add as much or as little as you want. And then we'll put the lid on it. Give it a good shake. That gets coats that olive oil on all the potatoes. It's a little bit easier than trying to do it in the pan here. I'm gonna take a sheet pan, pop this off. Give that a little shake. Okay, and those are ready to go in the oven in a few minutes. Okay guys, it's been about 10 minutes, and you can look here and see this has gotten kind of thick, and that's about the consistency that you want it. Let's give it a taste. Well, you can really taste the orange in that. And this is delicious on pork and chicken. It caramelizes on there. And then after it's done, when you plate your food, you can put this on there as a sauce. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn this off until we're ready to put it on the meat on the grill. We're gonna move over to the vegetables. All right, now we have our asparagus. And I like to get the small asparagus. I don't like the real fat ones. I think they're a little tougher. See how that one broke? So what I'm going to show you is, just take them, put them in your hand, and just bend them, and they'll break. And where they break, that's the part you want to eat. And this is the part you can make stock with, throw it in your compost pile, but I don't eat those. So we take a little handful of them, break them, that. Just like that. Now we're going to toss these into the bowl. Take a little olive oil, some more salt and pepper. Okay. Shake this up real good. Get them nice and coated. And those will be ready to cook here in just a few minutes. Now we're to our pork tenderloin, and I'm going to trim these up just a little bit so they cook evenly. I like to cut them in half. Trim a little bit of fat off. It's good to have a nice sharp knife. My dog Lola, she will get some. She'll get some pork tonight too. All the scraps, we'll throw those in the skillet, cook them up for her. So we'll get these trimmed up nice, cut them in half so they'll cook a little more evenly. Okay. And one thing you definitely want to use is a meat thermometer. The internal temperature of pork is suggested to come off at 145 with about a 5-minute resting period after you take it off the grill or the stove. I like to have my pork just a little bit pink inside. Don't anybody call the pork police on me, but I don't like it real dry. So we're gonna go ahead and put a little salt and pepper on this, and then we're gonna get it out to the grill. You gotta get your grill nice and warm. Mine's been running for about 15 minutes. It's gonna be smoking hot when you put this on there. And these don't take long to cook either. Probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops on the grill. You have to turn them pretty regular too. Okay, now we'll add a little salt. Now you can roll around on the cutting board, pick up all that extra salt and pepper laying there. Okay, all right, that looks good. Now we'll get those to the grill here in just a minute. As soon as we're gonna put our potatoes in first, they take a little bit longer to cook. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. All right, guys, we've got our grill ripping hot. These are called grill grates. I got these last year. These are aluminum. The company's called Grill Grates online. You should check them out. They get hotter than the surface of the grill. You get great char marks. Meat gets done quicker. I love these things. So we're gonna go ahead and put these down. Hear that sizzle? All right. Okay, we'll get that on there. And we also brought out our sauce. We're gonna go ahead and brush a little bit of this sauce on the top of these. We'll do this every time we turn them. We'll brush them a little bit. We'll go ahead and shut the grill. Got some nice thick Italian bread. Cut a few pieces of this. One more. Now, I roasted some garlic earlier. I like to take the garlic, put it on here. Let's get that smashed in with a knife. I love that roasted garlic on the bread. My girlfriend does not, but I'm gonna make this piece for me. I'll take a little butter, some Kerrygold butter here. Some butter on here. We'll take a block of cheese. I'm gonna grate some fresh parm on here. Man, this is so good like this. Hey guys, it's been about 5 minutes. Look at those nice grill marks and those grill grates. Hot. Okay. Now, get some more sauce. going to come back in about 5 more minutes and start checking the internal temperature, but it's hot. Okay, so we've got our pan ripping hot here. We have our asparagus that we got earlier. I'm going to go ahead and put those in the pan, hear them sizzle. Yeah, we're going to let them cook for just a few. It only takes about 45 seconds to a minute on each side. We'll flip them around. And then we're going to add just a little bit of butter here in just a minute. We're just going to blister them up. I don't know if you can hear that sizzle or not. It smells really good. This is a pretty easy meal to make too. It's probably only taken total time about 35 minutes to put all this together. And it's a great meal for a weeknight. The pork tenderloin, this doesn't take much time at all to cook. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little butter in there.
And Kerrygold.
Yeah, Kerrygold's the best. Let that melt down. And those are almost ready. Okay, we just took the potatoes out of the oven. They're smoking hot. We're gonna go ahead and grate some fresh parm on these, let them melt. You will love this. I used to cook this at the firehouse for the guys, and they really enjoyed it. It's easy meal to make, but it is delicious. You can add as much or as little cheese as you want. I like a lot. Okay. So Lola gets to try the first bite of the pork. Lola's our golden retriever. She's part of the family. You go, Lola. What do you think? I think she likes it. So we're gonna go ahead and cut some of this meat up. Let you see what it looks like inside. Nice pink flavor. It's so juicy and tender. See how juicy that is? I hope you guys make this and enjoy it as much as we do. Okay, so this is what you end up with. A beautiful plate of food, and we're gonna sit and enjoy this evening. As you can see, I burned the bread a little bit, but shit happens in the kitchen. Sometimes not everything's perfect, but let me taste this pork. Get it a little bit of sauce on there. This orange marmalade sauce, man, it's delicious. That is a 10 out of 10. I hope you guys try this. Hit like and subscribe, and please let me know what you think in the comments. Have a good night.